Shalom Israel, this is Sister Kana, and I have a very important message. And first and foremost, I want to give all glory and praise to Ahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya, Wahak, Kodash, Wak, and I just want to give praise and glory and bless the power of Israel, creator maker of all things, and his son. Okay, I wanted to, I put together a flyer for Come Out of Her, My People, and it's to gather everyone together that we can start making our way to have Passover in the wilderness, in Kadesh, which is in Jordan. This is going to be the 2015 celebration because basically we are all watching the prophecies unfold, and we see that it is time and that the Most High is and has been for a very long time calling his people out of from the four corners of the earth, and it's time for us to start making our way into the wilderness within the borders, which is the Holy Land. And as a process of elimination, it's only really one safe place to go, which is the place of safety for the Most High's children, the highest children, and that is within Jordan. Okay, we know that we are not to go into Israel right now, the country Israel that we know as Israel, because of the satanic subjection that it's under right now, and that it has to be cleansed first. So we know that we can't go into Israel. And even though there's a lot of people that are trying to lure our people into Israel, we know that it's just a snare, because we know the scriptures that we're not supposed to go into Israel right now. But we can be within the borders. And the scripture says that he will protect those within his borders. And so through a process of elimination, Jordan is the only safe place to be in. And there's several videos that I put up on my different channels that you can go into. And I'll put the links in the description box for those of you who are new to my channel and you're just kind of hearing this message. My Poly Hustle channels, I have a video for the blood red moons, which is a prophecy that we need to look for. It's a signal and a sign for Israel. Also, I have on the kind of 4, 5, 6, 7. The brothers did a wonderful video on the place of safety, or the secret place, which shows scriptures bringing us into the wilderness and, Jordan and, the borders. Also, there's another video on my Poly Hustle channel talking about the borders, specifically the Isaiah 11 mysteries. So I'll put all the links to these videos for those of you who are just tuning in and, knowing that you need to come out, something in you, because this call is the call from the Most High. He told us to come out of her, my people, and that we have to start making our way into the east, because Christ will come from the east. And he is our deliverer. He is our redeemer, and we have to be prepared to meet him. So you can see the prophecies unfolding. You can see that all the nations are gathering in the valley of Jehoshaphat, that there is the war that is brewing, that is actually starting. We are being told to look for certain prophecies like America going into Iran, but you have to understand that it may not happen that way, and so you may get caught by a snare if you wait to see America physically go into Iran. Iran is currently in the war in the Middle East. They are in the war, and that's all that needs to be for, the prophecies of Iran bringing down America. And you don't want to be in America when that great earthquake happens and it splits America in 3 parts. You don't want to be in Babylon at that time. So I get a lot of emails from people who are looking for information on how to come out, where to go, what to do. And I believe that we need to start the process. We are at a dire time right now. You see everything that's being perpetrated in the earth right now. Jacob's trouble has begun. Our people are getting slaughtered in the streets. I mean, there's not too much that you should have to see to understand that now it's time to get out of harm's way. So I'm urging you all to that we come together. We have Passover in Kadesh, and this will start the process of us making our way into the wilderness. It's a 4 day, 3 nights. We have a location in the camp that will hold, you know, a lot of people. And for those of you who are ready to go into the wilderness, we'll, put things together so that people can buy tents at that time and make their way into the wilderness. Some people still, if you can afford it, go into having apartments and things like that. I don't believe that we are at the time where people can just buy an apartment and work, find a job and work for a couple of years, and I think that time has passed. And but a lot of people seem to be waiting to see different things. I don't know, but we are not in that time. We are in the time to prepare and to go into the wilderness. The wars and things have already started, and I believe it's only through the grace of the Most High Power that we've even, that it hasn't begun, because they're under, the Most High is aware that our people are in a state of confusion, and people really don't know what to do. So, again, this will be the Passover 2015 in the wilderness of Kadesh, which is in Jordan, and we will start to make our way and prepare to have to set us up as a nation and start to come together and we work together so that we can survive. For those of the people who can work, there will be people who can work, and we'll work out a system where people who are working can funnel money into the areas where, for those people who are in the camps, who are mining the camps, who are staying at the camps, because we need people who can do both, can take care of the camps, help set up, things like the tabernacle and, store food and those things. And then we need people who can work and also support their families, but also help the communities and things like that. So all those things we will have to work out as a nation. We have to start working on building this nation in that kind of mindset, survival and preparation. We are out of time. The Most High has made the call, and now it's time for us to start making our way within the borders, within the safe place, which is Jordan. Through a process of elimination, there's only one place. So, I mean, people want to, argue about this and go back and forth, whatever, but there's really no point in that. So again, I say, all glory and praise to Ahaya Bahashim Shaya. This is the flyer. You can email me. I told you, travel@yahoo.com and register. And I get a lot of emails of people who want to know how to do certain things. A lot of people just don't know how to do this. I'll give you, send me an email. I'll give you the information, and also mainly to start our process of going into the wilderness, within the borders, the safe place. So I say, bless you all. I wanted to also say, because we're getting a lot of propaganda, have our people spending money on things that we can't afford. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to have elaborate feasts where you got to buy tickets for a feast of Purim, the feast of the Passover, and also tickets for things in America. America is finished. The Most High said, leave, come out of my people, for us to start preparing and not to look back. So it really doesn't make sense for us to spend our money within America keeping feasts that the Most High, in a place where the Most High abhors. He hates Babylon. It's filled with every foul spirit and uncaged demon. There's no reason to hold on to that place any longer. So if you're going to spend your money, you might as well spend it in the place where you're going to be, and be in this place where you need to be, instead of still having to get somewhere else and you don't even have the money anyway. So it just doesn't make sense to do it. So I'm just, putting this out there for us to start thinking and moving, in in the spirit of Christ and us preparing for the coming of Christ. We have to get prepared. So us having Passover in Kadesh, you are in the place you need to be, and that from there you can just worry about us surviving as a nation. And that's where we all should be at this point in our thinking and in our spirit. I know people feel it in their spirit because I get the emails, so I know people are wondering. They just don't know how to make the transition. So this is the best way we can make the transition through Passover and then gradually going into this process. So again, don't spend your money unwisely. Um, don't be the 5 foolish virgins, spending your money and spinning your wheels in a place that you need not be. The Most High said, come out of her, my people. Take heed to the call and start the process of making our way. There's no need to fear. Trust the Most High, and that's all we have to do. So I'm going to say bless you and give all glory and praise to a higher, and I look forward to hearing from you. Shalom.